Across millennia, humanity has looked to the stars and asked one simple question: are we alone in the universe? For some, this question intersects with an ancient, mysterious group of deities, the Anunnaki. Today, we explore one of the most compelling, controversial, and enigmatic myths from ancient Mesopotamian civilization. Who were the Anunnaki? Were they gods, extraterrestrials, or something else entirely? Let's unravel this mystery and look at both the historical and modern perspectives on the Anunnaki and see how they've influenced our understanding of ancient civilizations. The name Anunnaki originates from Sumerian mythology, and its translation has long been debated. The most common interpretation is those who came down from the heavens, but it has also been understood to mean royal offspring or offspring of Anu, referring to their divine father, Anu, the sky god. In the Sumerian pantheon, Anu was the supreme deity, and the Anunnaki were his children, often portrayed as his subordinates, tasked with managing the world and its various elements. But the Anunnaki weren't just passive overseers. They were active participants in shaping both the natural world and human civilization. Many texts, like the Epic of Gilgamesh and the Enigma Elish, paint them not only as gods, but as powerful beings that shaped humanity's destiny. The term heavens in their name doesn't just suggest divine origin, but also their possible connection to celestial bodies, an idea that continues to fuel speculation about their true nature. One of the most fascinating and controversial aspects of Anunnaki mythology is their supposed role in the creation of humanity. In the Epic of Gilgamesh and the Enigma Elish, the Anunnaki are depicted as intervening in human affairs, particularly in the origins of humanity itself. According to some interpretations, the Anunnaki didn't simply create humans from the earth in a conventional sense. They engineered human beings through genetic manipulation or selective breeding to create a labor force. While the mythological texts describe the creation of humans as part of a divine plan to maintain cosmic order, modern theorists like Zecharia Sitchin have suggested a more radical theory, that the Anunnaki were not gods, but extraterrestrials. Sitchin argued that the Anunnaki came to Earth around 450,000 years ago in search of gold, an essential resource that they needed for technological purposes, possibly to repair the atmosphere of their home planet, Nibiru. This planet, according to Sitchin, has an elongated orbit, passing close to Earth every 3,600 years. Sitchin's hypothesis proposes that, in order to mine the gold more efficiently, the Anunnaki genetically modified early humans, creating a hybrid species capable of serving their needs. This theory challenges the traditional religious and mythological narrative, suggesting that humanity's origins may not be entirely divine, but influenced by alien intervention. Was this divine act of creation merely symbolic, or did the Anunnaki employ advanced bioengineering techniques to shape the human race? The story of the Anunnaki is not confined to a single text, but spans multiple ancient Mesopotamian works. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Anunnaki are part of the larger pantheon of gods, overseeing humanity and its relationship with the divine. However, it is in the Enigma Elish, the Babylonian creation myth, that we see a clearer portrayal of the Anunnaki as active participants in the governance of the cosmos and the shaping of human destiny. The Enigma Elish describes the world as a chaotic, primordial place, with the Anunnaki playing a significant role in establishing order and control. This myth tells of the creation of humans as a necessary act to control the Earth's resources, specifically the valuable metals and minerals that the gods desired. The creation of humanity was not merely an act of divine will, but a practical solution to the gods' needs. This presents a view of the Anunnaki not as aloof gods, but as beings deeply involved in human affairs, guiding the early stages of civilization. What makes the Anunnaki even more intriguing is how they're often depicted in art and texts, not as abstract divine entities, but as humanoid figures, sometimes with advanced technology. In some depictions, the Anunnaki are shown holding what appear to be highly advanced tools or weapons, sparking the theory that they might not have been gods at all, but visitors from another world with advanced technologies. This raises an important question: were the Anunnaki simply mythological figures, or could they have been extraterrestrial beings whose advanced knowledge was misinterpreted as divine power? The Anunnaki's connection to extraterrestrial theory was popularized by the works of Zecharia Sitchin, who proposed that the Anunnaki came from a distant planet called Nibiru. According to Sitchin, this planet's elongated orbit brings it into the inner solar system roughly every 3,600 years. During these encounters, the Anunnaki supposedly visited Earth not only to mine gold, but also to establish dominance over the growing human civilizations. Sitchin's interpretation of Sumerian texts, particularly in his book The 12th Planet, suggests that the Anunnaki came to Earth with advanced technologies and genetic knowledge. He argues that they engineered the human race to serve as a workforce, modifying the DNA of early hominids to create a more intelligent and capable species. This theory, while controversial and largely discredited by mainstream scholars, has found a receptive audience in the world of alternative history and conspiracy theories. While skeptics argue that Sitchin's theories are based on mistranslations and misinterpretations of ancient texts, his ideas have sparked significant interest in the possibility that ancient civilizations were influenced by extraterrestrial beings. Whether or not Nibiru exists, or if the Anunnaki were indeed aliens, Sitchin's hypothesis challenges traditional narratives and proposes an entirely new framework for understanding the origins of humanity. If we accept the possibility that the Anunnaki were not gods, but extraterrestrial beings, the question then becomes, how did their advanced technology influence the development of early human civilizations? Some theorists suggest that the architectural wonders of ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and South America could be the result of alien influence, or at the very least, guidance from extraterrestrial beings with far superior knowledge. Consider the pyramids of Giza, the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, or the ancient city of Teotihuacan in Mexico. The precision with which these structures were built, their alignment with celestial bodies, and the sheer scale of the construction suggest an advanced understanding of mathematics, engineering, and astronomy. Some proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis argue that these structures could not have been built with the tools and knowledge available to early human societies and must, therefore, have been inspired or directly assisted by beings with far more advanced technology. Skeptics, however, argue that these achievements are entirely human and the result of ingenuity, perseverance, and trial and error over generations. They suggest that the belief in alien influence arises from a modern misunderstanding of ancient technological capabilities. Yet, the fact that so many ancient cultures around the world share similar ideas about the stars, gods, and creation does raise intriguing questions about the possibility of a shared source of knowledge, whether divine, extraterrestrial, or something else entirely. Not everyone accepts the idea that the Anunnaki were extraterrestrial beings. Many historians, archaeologists, and scholars argue that the Anunnaki are simply mythological figures, gods personifying natural forces and divine authority, rather than literal visitors from another world. According to this view, the ancient texts describing the Anunnaki are symbolic, representing the struggle between order and chaos, the forces of nature, and the establishment of civilization. This interpretation places the Anunnaki squarely in the realm of mythology, where they serve as metaphors for human struggles and divine intervention, rather than as actual extraterrestrial beings. The Sumerians, like other ancient cultures, used their gods to explain the natural world, and the stories of the Anunnaki were a way to describe human experiences with power, creation, and cosmic order. Yet, as we consider the complexity of the Sumerian texts, the precision of ancient structures, and the lingering mysteries of the past, the question remains, could there be a hidden truth in these ancient accounts, one that has been overlooked or misinterpreted by modern scholars? Are the Anunnaki truly gods, or is there something more to their story that we have yet to understand? Whether the Anunnaki were divine beings, extraterrestrial visitors, or something else entirely, their impact on human history is undeniable. The myths surrounding the Anunnaki challenge our understanding of ancient civilizations and force us to question our origins. Were we created by gods to serve them, or did we inherit our knowledge from beings who came from the stars? As we continue to explore the mysteries of the past, the Anunnaki remain one of the most tantalizing and unresolved puzzles of our history. What do you believe, were the Anunnaki gods, extraterrestrials, or a metaphor for something more profound? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth explorations of the mysteries that shape our world.